There was once a young monk who struggled with anger. Every time someone insulted him, he fired back. Every time frustration rose, he acted on it. He thought reacting quickly made him strong, that showing emotion meant being real. But all it ever left behind was regret. His teacher noticed. One morning, he handed the monk a cup filled to the brim with tea. "Walk across the garden," he said, "but don't spill a drop." The young monk began walking carefully. With each step, the tea trembled. Birds chirped, wind blew, leaves rustled. But he focused only on keeping the cup steady. He made it across without spilling a drop. The teacher smiled. "Now tell me, what did you notice?" The monk replied, "Only the tea. I didn't react to anything else." The teacher nodded. When your attention is steady, distractions don't control you. And when distractions don't control you, you don't have to react to everything you feel. The monk stood still, thinking of every moment he had let a feeling drive him instead of simply watching it pass. That night, the monk sat alone in his room. He watched his emotions rise and fall like waves in a quiet sea. Anger came. So did sadness. But this time he didn't chase them. He didn't push them away either. He just watched. He realized feelings are visitors, not commands, not truths, just weather. And not every cloud needs to be chased. Not every storm needs an answer. If this story reminds you to pause before reacting, subscribe and tap the bell. Peace lives in the space between feeling and action. The next day, a fellow monk bumped into him by accident. Tea spilled on his robe. The old version of him would have snapped. Sharp words, tight fists, hot breath. But this time, he inhaled, held, exhaled, and simply said, "It's okay." The other monk apologized and walked away, confused by the calm. But the young monk wasn't pretending. He had discovered something quieter than anger, awareness. He didn't suppress the feeling. He just didn't obey it. Later, the teacher asked him what changed. The monk replied, "I used to think reacting was being alive. Now I see, pausing is being in control." The teacher smiled. Most people think they're free because they express every emotion, but real freedom is choosing which ones to follow. The monk sat with those words. He thought of how many arguments, how many regrets, how many scars came not from what was felt, but from what was done without thinking. Now, in silence, he felt stronger than he ever had while shouting. Seasons passed. The young monk was not the same, but not because his feelings disappeared. They still came, still burned, still pulled. But now, he didn't follow them blindly. He greeted them like passing guests. He listened, he learned, he let go. When someone asked how he had become so calm, he answered with a quiet smile, "I still feel everything. I just don't become everything I feel." And that, he had learned, was the true strength. Not in controlling emotions, but in not letting them control him.